reaching out to ESOL students and their families through an ESOL Resource Center. Group members Melissa Schuler, Jordan Swank, and Joseph Lehman. Project Rationale. Many ESOL students, that stands for English for Speakers of Other Languages, and their families are socioeconomically disadvantaged. It would serve the school and community well to have a center established where ESOL students and their parents are able to use resources that will assist them in learning the language and culture of their new country. A website will also be created in which educational materials are made available to ESOL students and their families online. Language barriers exist between non-English speaking parents and school culture. This often inhibits parents and teachers from effectively communicating the needs of the students. An ESOL Resource Center can achieve a stronger connection between ESOL families and the school by encouraging more open dialogue between parents and teachers. This will only assist the student in their intellectual growth, as a close relationship between parents and teachers is crucial when crossing language barriers and improving student success and graduation rates. One major problem for ESOL families is that they cannot afford internet access at home. To help alleviate this problem, the staff at the ESOL Resource Center will make ESOL families aware of the Comcast program called Internet Essentials. This program provides low-income families with internet for $9.95 a month and guarantees no price increases, activation fees, or equipment rental fees. Families also do not have to sign up for any other services in order to receive internet access. There is also an opportunity to purchase a low-cost computer for $150. If families are unable to do this due to financial struggles, access to internet will be available to English as second language speaking parents at the ESOL Resource Center during specified hours. These classes are often known as the PEP program, or Parents as Educational Partners. In these programs, parents are presented with information that goes on in the classroom in a language that they can understand. If parents can be present during these programs, they will be granted a period of time where they will have access to computers and can utilize the resources available on the website created and maintained by the ESOL Resource Center staff. Students will have access to the ESOL Resource Center on 2 specified days each week. These sessions will take place after school hours and will last for approximately 3 hours. As many ESOL students do not receive enough individual instruction throughout the school day, ESOL students will be able to receive supplemental instruction during the help sessions. The ESOL Resource Center will also have computers available for student and parent use during this time. Why is this a 21st century problem? This proposal addresses a number of 21st century problems. First, we are addressing the successful acculturation of ESOL students and their families into the target culture of the school community and the overall culture of the nation as a whole. Secondly, we aim to make technology and language learning resources readily available to ESOL students and their families, as these families may not have readily available access to such resources. The overall goal of our program is to provide a resource center for ESOL students and their families where both parents and students can utilize specialized services. Ideally, this will help cross a barrier between non-English speaking parents and their children's teachers. The ESOL Resource Center will provide resources through a website, translators, PEP classes for parent outreach, and tutoring sessions for ESOL students. Our proposal is that an ESOL Resource Center will be created and housed at a school site. This will serve as a facility that helps students with their academics as well as helps students and parents connect with school culture and furthers their knowledge of technologies. The ESOL Resource Center will provide a website on which vital resources are posted regarding the student's education. Parents will be encouraged to use this resource. Material and information sessions will be provided for parents that helps them to understand the nuances of the American education system and the many services and programs that are available for them and their children. The center will also help parents in formulating post-secondary goals for their students by providing information on vocational programs and colleges, as well as helping with resume writing for students. The specific goals of our program are as follows. Students will receive assistance in their academics, as tutoring sessions will be made available twice a week to accommodate this need. Community outreach to ESOL families will be achieved through PEP classes, that stands for Parents as Educational Partners, and important forms in the parent's native language will be provided, as well as translators if available in the native language of the parents. Educational resources will be made available for use and for checkout for ESOL students and their families. Both community and educational resources will be available for parents at the ESOL Center so that they have access to the services that they may need. Additionally, meetings and seminars will be conducted to help inform parents on the different aspects of the American education system. Technology resources such as computers with internet connections will be made available for student and parent use at the center during specified center hours. Who does this program target? This program targets ESOL students and their parents. In order to implement this program, there will need to be staff for the ESOL Resource Center. This staff can be a group of ESOL teachers or a group of core teachers that are willing to work the hours. If the teachers choose to work at the center, they will receive supplemental pay. What does this proposal address? The ESOL Resource Center will be housed inside an available room at the school. This is a place where ESOL students and their families will have access to technological and educational resources for their benefit. When will this take place? The ESOL Resource Center will be available for use 2 nights during the school week for a period of 3 hours. The online resources will be available at any time. Where will this take place? ESOL students and their families are able to use the resources that are available on the ESOL Resource Center website at any time. If they would like direct services, they may go to the ESOL Resource Center site during the specified hours. How? A website will be created where parents and students will have access to educational resources that will prepare them for the future. Students will also be able to utilize the Resource Center during specific time for homework help. PEP classes will be provided at the center for the parents' benefit. Parents will be able to utilize the resources available at the center during this time. Services provided by this program will be student tutoring and homework help after school for ESOL students, PEP programs for outreach to parents, translation services for greater communication, scheduled meetings with classroom teachers, use of a website with important information, and of course, greater access to technology. In order to successfully implement this program, we will need teachers who are willing to participate in the running of the center. These teachers will receive supplemental pay for their work. A proposal will have to be written up requesting Title III funds in order to implement this program. Translation services will also be needed in order to achieve greater clarity in communicating with parents. This includes providing important forms in the parent's native language. A website will be designed to provide parents with important information and resources regarding their students' education. This website will need to be updated regularly and will be maintained by the ESOL Resource Center staff. Resources will be available at the center that can be used in the center or can be checked out for home use. These resources will include language learning materials such as books, videos, audiobooks, educational board games, and so on. The center will also need staff for information sessions in which parents will be presented with information that can assist them in furthering their students' education. These would be known as the PEP classes. Some ideas that we have for possible sessions include a session in which staff assist ESOL students and their parents in obtaining accounts at the local library. 2. A session in which staff would demo different language learning apps and websites that could be downloaded to a smartphone or tablet. This could prove very successful as many ESOL families may not have internet access at home, but most do in fact have smartphones. These are just a couple of examples of the potential of PEP meeting topics. The information detailed in these sessions would also be made available online on the ESOL Resource Center website. How will success be defined? Our success will be defined by the growth of the program. The number of participants that utilize the tools available will define the success. If the numbers continue to increase year after year, then the program could be refined and take into account the specific needs of individuals and provide even more services to the community. As more parents and teachers utilize these resources, we will be able to see that they are providing a necessary service that helps bridge the gap between ESOL parents and teachers. We think that such a program is crucial to ESOL students and their families, as it will help with the acculturation process as well as provide necessary instruction and use of technology that might not be available to ESOL students and their families. The ESOL Resource Center is a project that is intended to assist ESOL students and their families with the difficult acculturation process to their new target culture. This is not an easy process for many families, and the more that the school reaches out to ESOL students and their families, the easier that this acculturation process will be. If the ESOL Resource Center is in fact established, we expect to see great results from students and greater parental involvement in the ESOL students' education. Communication between parents and teachers will be bolstered through such a program. Success would be inevitable if we can get this program off the ground. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation. Our group thanks you.